So what's going on guys, Kids here and welcome back to a brand new video. For today I will show you the top 5 best summon heroes in Dragonheir Silent Gods. And just before we start I want to clarify that yes, this video is sponsored, but I'm not getting paid for saying positive or negative things about the game. All that they said is just to give a try to this game and see if I like it. So this is a season-based game that is available on the PC through the Epic Game Store, Steam, Mac, iOS and Android. It's a brand new season and a span new game. And if you want to try out the new season because it feels like a brand new game, with a fresh start, new heroes and much more, then download the game right now using my link in the description. So, if this sounds interesting to you, then let's get right into it. So then moving over to the first summoning hero, and it is the Lelwanis. She is a legendary hero that uses the necrosis element to deal damage at melee range. In Dragonheir Silent Gods, every hero brings a unique set of skills and abilities to the battle, so selecting the right hero for the right fight will be very crucial for your success, as you grow your team and progress your character. On top of all of this, here are my top 8 ratings of the dungeons that I use this hero on, and for each one I rank the Lelwanis from 1 stars to 5, so this happens very rarely. But this is one of the only heroes that gets 5-star performance in every single activity. This hero has such a good synergy and her skills are that powerful that I haven't seen a better summoning hero that can help easily farm these dungeons very quickly. So then as far as her skills go, the leader skill will increase allies' attack by 30% in all battles. Then her passive skill will summon one skeleton that gradually loses HP at the same spot for 3 seconds after an ally's undead summoned unit dies. Then for the battle skill, it will deal necrotic damage to the enemies within range. For each ally's undead summoned unit on the field, the skill damage is increased by 20%. And then finally her ultimate, it will deal necrotic damage to the enemies within range and summon 2 skeletons. On top of all of this, it will grant 20% attack up to all summoned allies for 10 seconds. So then going over to the second summoning hero, and it is the Premtsa. She is another relatively new hero that is pretty hard to get, but I've seen it in the new summoning event, so I recommend for you guys to try them out. But with that said, she's a legendary hero that uses the necrosis element to deal damage from long range. As far as her rating goes, this is the last summoning hero that has perfect 5 out of 5 stars. I was very surprised when I did the test myself, but Premtsa is pretty much a very similar version of our previous hero. She can do damage from range, so you have more and easier team setup. Then now let's look into skills. And the first leader skill will increase all allies' attack by 45% in dungeon battles. Then her passive, when a friendly undead summoner dies, it will inflict derivative necrotic damage on enemies in its surrounding area. Then the battle skill will release 3 spirits to attack a random enemy on the field, inflicting necrotic damage and generating a spirit at their location for 10 seconds, which will continue to attack enemies within range. And then finally our ultimate, it will unleash a torrent of souls, dealing necrotic damage to all enemies. Additionally, all allies' undead summoned units can trigger Tireless Devotion once with the AoE damage immediately without dying. So basically before perishing, those units can do a one last explosion and do even more AoE damage to the enemies. So then for the third summoning hero we have the Gaiolere. He's a legendary hero that uses the necrosis element to summon monsters and do damage from long range. At least from my personal experience, and from all the testing I did, summoning heroes are for sure the best when paired with the necrosis. So that's why most of the heroes all have been similar because of how much strong and how compared to the other summoning heroes they are. Summoning heroes are for sure the best when paired with the necrosis. So that's why these 3 heroes all have been similar because of how strong they are compared to the other summoning heroes. Then with that said, now let's move over to the ratings. And this hero gets 4 stars in every single activity, besides the Goblin Lair and Grave of the Rot, where he gets 4.5 stars. So overall this hero is much cheaper and easier to get, and as you can see he can easily compete against the other 2 legendary heroes. So then let's move over to his skills, and the passive will give your allies the ability to summon an undead creature that deals derivative necrotic damage to a nearby enemy within 5 seconds. Then the battle skill will summon a skeleton, which will last for 20 seconds, which in this game is a very long time. And then finally for the ultimate, it will enhance an ally's undead creature, and give it a 25% attack increase for up to 10 seconds. And then finally, it will duplicate the undead creature and grant it a 50% extra ultimate energy. And then, just before we continue, let me quickly introduce you guys to the new Dragonheir Season 2. So, the Season 2 Fall of the Increscent will officially launch on December 15, introducing new sandbox, new strategy, and new optimization experience, and from my personal opinion, it really feels like a brand new game. Players will be able to explore the mysterious islands of the Undercairn in a brand new sandbox mode. The waters situated in the southern-east Adentia are known as the Misty Sea, where the Sheen Elves, Wood Elves, and the Merfolk reside. Travelers will cruise around the Misty Sea, explore Undercairn to admire its landscapes, and go on an adventure with the Merfolk that preside in the ocean depths. As you navigate the underswell in the depths of the Misty Sea, you will encounter a new local quest, and even an ocean current. Some local quests will have an ocean current that will make you lose control and sweep you to the destination of the current, so you will need to plan your route carefully to reach your destination. Then as well, there will be ocean mysteries, which will make you encounter whales at the sea. If they swallow you, you will enter a small and undersea area with various resources and rare items, so watch out for them. Then next up we have the new heroes. So over 30 new heroes will be added in Season 2, among which are 17 legendary heroes. Then as well, 3 schools of the damage dealing will be added, which are Burn, Thunderbolt, and the Ice Blast. New season means new gear and artifacts, so we will get 14 new artifacts, including 3 new exclusive artifacts, 9 legendary and 2 epics, with a lot of cool gear sets like the Abyssal Curse, the Emperor's Might gear set, and much more. Besides that, Season 2 will introduce new bosses, new elemental pairings, so now the elements will work together with Ice and Radiance, Fire with Necrosis, and Lightning with Poison. On top of all of this, players will be able to travel to the new areas by trying out the new puzzle gameplay to connect all teleport pillars. Then if you want to get the new heroes, you will want to check out the new summoning events, where you will get a chance to get only Season 2 heroes and so much more. On top of all of this, there is a new strategy to develop your new team to conquer the sea. There's also new optimization experience, which includes smoother early game, faster growth, and seasonal benefits like the Fort Faring Summons, which is an in-game event, then Season 1 reward shop, and Season 2 exclusive summon pool. So then for one of the last best heroes we have the Scharlach. He's a very fun legendary hero that uses the Necrosis element to summon monsters and deal damage from range. Then as far as his rating goes, he gets 4 stars for every single activity. I personally really like this hero, not only how strong he is, but to pair him up with another summoning hero, because of how much buffs he can make to the other teammate and make the whole team very powerful. Then as for his skills, his leader skill will increase all allies' HP by 30% in all battles. Then the passive skill will do that each friendly summoned unit on the battlefield will grant 1 stack of the Abyssal Pact to the Fear Barrier for up to 5 stacks. Then the battle skill will unleash an evil energy, dealing necrotic damage to the enemies within range. And then finally, for his ultimate skill, it will deal necrotic damage to the enemies within range and summon the Fear Barrier for unlimited amount of time, so you can have him for the full duration of the fight. And then for the last and final hero we have the Irzillas. He is personally my favorite hero, because the way he looks, and he has some pretty cool skills as well. Overall he is a legendary hero that, yes, as you guessed, uses the Necrosis element to summon monsters and deal damage from melee range. Similar to the previous hero in ratings, he ranks up pretty well, because he gets 4 stars in all activities, except the Ancient Battle, so I strongly recommend you guys to not bring him specifically to the Ancient Battle. The way that the boss mechanic works, the Irzillas is just not strong enough, and he doesn't have the right skills to fight against him. But in everything else he is very strong. So then with that said, for his leader skill, it will increase all allies' attack by 30% in all battles. Then his passive will summon 1 skeleton that gradually loses HP at the same spot for 3 seconds after an ally's undead summoned unit dies. Then his battle skill will deal necrotic damage to the enemies within range, and for each ally's undead summoned unit on the field, the skill damage will increase by 20%. And then finally, his ultimate will deal necrotic damage to the enemies within range, and summon 2 skeletons, and then it even can grant 20% attack increase up to all summoned allies for 10 seconds, and that's about it. So with that said, I really do appreciate everyone for watching guys, and I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any suggestions, feedback or other video ideas like hero guides or beginner tutorials that you would like to see for Dragonheir Silent Gods in the next video, then feel free to leave your comments in the comment section down below. I want to thank again this video sponsor Dragonheir, and don't forget guys to click the link in the description box to download the game and play it for free, because the game is just about to get a fresh start with new storylines, smoother gameplay, faster growth, new heroes and much more, so you definitely want to try this game out. It's a brand new season and a span new game, and don't forget guys to redeem this limited time gift code for awesome rewards. And if you found this video helpful, then please leave a like, subscribe and enable that notification bell, so this way you could support the channel and not miss any more upcoming content. With that said, you have an amazing day and I will see you in my next video, so take it easy, peace.